Good morning. It's pretty early. We woke up early. The birds are singing. I heard the thrushes for the first time today, so that makes my heart happy. Well, we're going to pack up and hit the road pretty soon, but we're not sure we're going to make it all the way to Teslin today because that is a really, really, really long driving day. So tonight might be the night that we boondock somewhere because I did bring a 5-gallon bucket and I bought a toilet seat for it, so it's an option. So we'll just see how the day goes. But yeah, I'm not sure we're going to make it all the way to Teslin. You know, it's a long trip. It's a long, exhausting journey. I mean, we got here last night, hung out outside for a little bit, came in and laid down, and we're just in seconds. So I guess we're feeling a little older than we were the first couple times we did this journey. Anyway, everything's good. We have no cell service here at all. This is a total dead zone, so we can't check on the fire situation. But when we get to the Alaska Highway, we're turning left, and Fort Nelson is over here. So I'm hoping that we're not even going to run into the fires. But as soon as we get service, I'll, investigate further. Anyway, all is well. No bears last night. We're getting skunked on the bears. I think that it really makes a difference what time of year you go. I mean, the first time we did this drive, we left Grants Pass on May 17th. So it was almost 3 weeks earlier. And we saw bears constantly. And then the last time we left, I think it was also end of May. It wasn't into June yet. Because the traffic picks up and the highways get busier, and I guess the bears are less likely to be hanging out right by the highways. But on the other hand, on the way down last time, we saw tons of bears, so who knows? We'll see what we see, and just pulled off at this rest stop and noticed that it's just smothered in these beautiful flowers. I think they're forget-me-nots. They're just so gorgeous. Oh, they are just beautiful. You see, they're everywhere here. So nice. Very, very pretty. It's getting into some cloudiness now. Actually had a few drops of rain. Looks like it's basically going to stay nice, though. I'm driving this morning for a while, give Jack a little break. He's been doing the bulk of the driving, of course. And I have seen a couple of bears. But I would not have been able to catch them on film anyway, because we passed them really quick. But, I've driven this highway. This is the third time of doing this. And I've filmed so much. That's kind of nice to take a break from always worrying about capturing every little bit of beauty, because it's everywhere. And if I'm driving, I'm just enjoying the road and the scenery, and I see a little bear off to the side, and I take a picture in my head, and it's really nice. They're so cute. There's black bears this morning, except for that one little grizzly. So it's all good. It's fun. And so far the Cassier has been in great shape. We're starting to hit some little potholes here. It's time to start keeping an eye out for the big dips. But other than that, it's all going very smoothly. At this point, we're still, 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers from the Alaska Highway? Still on the Cassier. And we're down to about half a tank, so we're not 100% sure how reliable our gas gauge is after half a tank. So we always top off when we get down to this point, if not sooner. As you can see, there's a long line of people having the same thought, because this is the last gas station for quite a while. It would be no fun to run out of gas anywhere along this stretch. There's not much going on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to top off. Like everybody else. And of course, everybody's got huge gas tanks, so each car is taking a really long time. But that's okay. That's the way it rolls.
So I just showed you how there's all these people in line. We've all been waiting for a really long time. Us and the truck ahead of us are going to be the next pair. And some just pulled around in front of the Snowbird RV and took the bump in front. She just totally screwed the rest of us waiting in line. Can you believe people do that? I mean, that's just so incredibly rude. Somebody cut in front of us at the border too the other day. I just don't understand that mentality. It's like, why would you do that? God. Jack was ready to kill her. You know, it's funny because he's the nicest guy in the world, but when people do shit like that, it just drives him crazy. So now this guy has to pull a maneuver because that trapped him in. Okay. Don't say anything. He's ready to go wring her neck. Got a little road rage happening here. And this guy's saying, hey, I'm gonna pull up so that these guys could fill up. This poor guy's trying to... Just caused the whole cluster hooty-hoo just by being such a... Boy, she's got some karma coming. So here's the punchline to that story. After that woman pulled that rude maneuver and pulled in front of us and screwed up everybody because she trapped the guy in between us, and she didn't even get gas because her gas tank was on the other side of her car and the thing wouldn't reach. Can you believe that? I hope we catch up with her because I want to have a talk with her. I stopped Jack from saying anything, but I'd like a word with her. I was just saying I hope we catch up with her because I want to talk to her. That was so lame. I mean, that's so lame. Good God. Okay, Jack's back in the saddle. And we're still barreling towards the Alaska Highway, but boy, this is a long stretch of the Cassier here. This is the long end. Here we go. This is Dease Lake, by the way. The one we like to make the joke about all the time. Dease Lake, that lake.
These nuts.
Those nuts. Here we go. And we still have no cell phone connection. It's a long, long stretch of disconnect as well as long stretch of not much. Well, I hope that woman runs out of gas. That would be her karma.
Oh, shit.
And you know, I find myself not even wishing that on her, because it would be such a drag. But she would kind of deserve it.
Yeah, that's party foul.
It's what?
It's a party foul.
That was a definite party foul. Little fox or something looks like. Oh, I don't see it now.
See it?
Nope. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a fox, and it's got in its mouth a something. Looked like it might have been a baby porcupine or something. It was dark brown. Wow. Yeah. It's probably a pissed off porcupine. It just lost its... It was either... Yeah, I think it was a porcupine. This is Good Hope Lake. Which is an interesting name because hope should be good, and good hope would be much better than bad hope, I would suppose. Strange name for a lake. That's right. Bad hope is when you're hoping something bad happens. Like when I was hoping that lady ran out of gas. That was bad hope. So we're passing through Jade City, but it's really just this Jade City.
It's like to set to a western.
Yeah, it's got a store. And that was Jade City. Hope you didn't blink. I wonder if all this forest fire devastation is what burned summer before last, you know, when we had to take the other highway.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much of this was here the last time we came through. So much. I mean, just so much devastation. We are now in Yukon, aka the Yukon Territory. And this is the junction, right? That's the Alaska Highway.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, we're finally to the end of Cassier. Boy, that seemed endless.
Yep.
Kind of went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Wowie. Okay, this is the junction of the Alaska Highway and the Cassier Highway. Ooh, at least it feels now like we got somewhere today.
Yeah.
It was kind of feeling like a treadmill for a while. Okay, here we go. Let's feed the beast. Been a very long day, but we made it to Teslin anyway, which is great. Yeah, we're right on track. Nice to sit down and have a crappy meal in that terrible little restaurant.
Yes.
Boy, they've been working on this for years now. Oh, they're building a new bridge. Huh. A bigger bridge, a higher bridge. This one's got a bit of a giddy up kind of motion to it. I hear coconuts.
Yeah. Brave city.
Here's the charming town of Teslin, which isn't really much of a town at all. Wow, they got this place all torn up. Holy moly.
So how do we do this? We just
Yeah, just pull over towards the things and I'll run in and get us a site.
toward the what?
You know, toward the sites.
Oh.
Alright, I'll hop out. Yay.
Yay.
Good morning. It is a beautiful morning here in Teslin, Yukon. We picked this spot kind of close to the lake here. And it was a good quiet night. So the situation today, the plan for today, let me sit here and let's talk. So at this point, it's like 15 and a half hours to Talkeetna. And what we've done on the past journeys is that it's 9 hours to Tok. And we like to have Tok be our last stop because then it's only about 4 or 5 hours to Talkeetna from there, and our last day isn't so brutal. But we're not sure we're up to a 9-hour drive today, so we may just split this last 15 hours into 2 days, because not only is it still over 15 hours, but it's 15 hours of the worst road. Usually it gets really rough between here and there. So we're gonna go have breakfast in the restaurant, and even though we woke up super early, we're being kind of leisurely about getting out of here, because there's no reason we have to get to Tok tonight. We can find some place to stop, because we're feeling it. We're feeling it this time. It is a long, rough journey, so there's no reason to kill ourselves. So that's the update for this morning. And gosh, it's so pretty out. Chilly though. Whew. I think tonight we're gonna have to put the stovepipe back together and get a little fire going, because it was just on the edge of too chilly hanging out in the bus last night and this morning. But yeah, I mean, the journey is coming to an end, but like I said, we don't have to kill ourselves. It would be just fine if we get to Talkeetna Thursday, maybe a little less ragged. So we're gonna go have breakfast and we'll see what the day brings. Skookum has been running fabulously thanks to the careful, loving attention he gets from Jack. What are you looking for, honey?
Oh, I'm just looking at all the insects and bugs and stuff that are stuck onto the radiator.
Anybody you know?
No, but there was a bird that was stuck right here.
Oh, poor
and I laid
bird.
him down over here.
Oh, yeah, we did hit a couple of birds yesterday.
I'll put him down here.
Oh, poor little guy. Yeah. Always feel bad when that happens. Okay, I'm gonna finish buttoning up the inside so we can hit the road and see how far we get today. Okay, there's a grizzly bear right there. Gonna get a little closer to the bus. I hope I'm getting him. Got my quick draw camera out. And the sun is making it so that I can't see the LED at all. Oh, he's beautiful. Well, up until a little while ago, the roads have been pretty great the whole way, but now we're starting to get to the fun, bumpy stuff. Fortunately, Jack did put in new shocks in the bus, and that is helping. The bouncing is a little funner and a little less traumatic this time. But yeah, we're about 80 kilometers from the border into Alaska, and it's probably going to be fairly rough on and off for the rest of the time, at least till we get probably, you know, near Glen Allen. We've seen a lot of bicyclists on this trip, and it's amazing. You can't know how far they're going, but you see them out in the middle of nowhere, just pedaling along. So these white hole things, I don't know what to call them, but they have something to do with studying the permafrost. I don't know if they measure the permafrost, but it would be interesting to look that up. It's something to do with, and I don't know what good it does to know more about the permafrost. Doesn't seem to be helping the construction effort very well, but it's an interesting thing, and I've wondered about it. These things are, but I'm assuming they also have something to do with the permafrost. Huh, interesting. Coming into Beaver Creek, this is the last town in the Yukon before the border. Last year we made last time we drove up, we made the mistake of topping off our tank here without looking at the price of the gas. Oh my God. We needed about a quarter of a tank, and going to pay, and it was $174. And we realized that the gas price here right by the border was right around $12 a gallon. So that was like, we were in shock. So we learned our very important lesson that we do have to look at the prices a little bit from time to time. Ouch. Oh yeah, the U.S. Customs isn't for another 30 kilometers. That's right. They keep a distance. Probably want more of a distance these days. Another brave cyclist. Wow. I'm so impressed every time I see one of those guys. It's a bouncy. And here we go again. Goodbye, Canada. Hello, Alaska. Woo. Entering Alaska time zone. All right, we just gained an hour.
Good. Nice. That's great, actually.
All right, here we go. Hopefully we don't have cranky customs people. Okay, well that was actually interesting. We actually got kind of semi-searched. They have a new thing with RVs, and this is considered an RV. So the guy came on board. I had to give him all my kindling, little branches that I had brought from Oregon because of bark pests. Anything with bark on it, you're not allowed to bring. He was surprised Canada didn't ask and take it. Fresh fruits, he inspected our fruits, and he came in and he opened some drawers and, you know, checked in the cooler and asked a few questions. And I was hoping the place was so messy he wouldn't even go anywhere, but no. But he was very nice and very chill, and it wasn't a big deal. But just heads up, folks, they are really inspecting more than they ever did before. So, and he didn't even ask about the trailer, which I find fascinating now that I think about it. I mean, he looked in our bread drawer in our cooler, but neither one of them asked a word about the trailer. We could have had, you know, fentanyl and dead bodies in there and they wouldn't have known. Or we could have had dead bodies stuffed with fentanyl and they would not have known. Anyway, so that's weird to me now that I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, so that was different. That was a definite change with the new regime. And that's the way that goes. But we're on our way now to Toke. We're gonna make it. That was just a little stinger to change scenes. And here we are, a mile into Alaska, and it's pouring. Nice. Just like Jack remembers, cold and rainy. Yeehaw. And the windshield wiper stopped working. Fortunately, it stopped raining, but yeah. That's a good entrance into Alaska. Okay. Not gonna take it personally. Well, look at that. The wipers just spontaneously started working again. Kind of sporadically, but we're not going to complain.
They're kind of narcoleptic.
Yeah, take little doses here and there.
It's the cold solder joints on the pulse board.
Aha.
So I could actually reach under the dash just enough to tap on it, and then we'll go quick, start it.
They're pretty goofy. Kind of like jazz hands. Oh,
With no
Lord.
rhythm. Only wiper system with no rhythm.
Yay, we've made it to our favorite camp spot at Toke River. What do you think, Chef? Give them a tripod, love. That's hugs and kisses from Pookie. Pookie smooches. Yeah. Good morning. It's our last morning on the road. Yay. We're ready to be done. Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, this trip felt really long and hard this time. You know, it's funny because this is the third time we've done it. The first time we were so excited and enthusiastic and full of adventure and all that, that, you know, that carried us. That gave us the energy and all that to get through it. And then the second time we did it, it's like, yeah, we've done this before. It's all good. And then this time was like, okay, here we go again. Let's get this done. So, yeah, we'll get to Talkeetna before dinner time probably today, and that will feel good. Yeah, I'm making us a special little breakfast of toasted bagels, which of course we just toast in the frying pan. We gotta have something in our tummies before we hit the road. It was a nice quiet night here though. I really like this campground, and the thrushes are singing their heads off, and there's nothing that makes me happier than that. I love the thrushes. Yeehaw.
All right, it is June 12th, 2025. We are beginning our last leg of our journey. The captain is laying in a course for Talkeetna.
Yeah, it's June 11th. June 11th.
Isn't that what I said?
No, I think you said June 12th.
Oh, it's June 11th, 2025. And I'm clearly confused. 6 hours, 26 minutes.
I'm gonna top off before we leave Toke.
Engage. And forward march. Here we go. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum. Talkeetna bound. On the road from Toke to Talkeetna, and honestly this last 6 hours are some of the most beautiful vistas and areas that of the whole trip. You go through some really beautiful things. You can see the lupine is blooming like crazy right now, so it's purple flowers that we're seeing. So pretty. I just love the change of the wildflowers through the course of the Alaska summer. They come out in groups, you know, so it's like the whole area just changes its dress every couple of weeks. And it's just beautiful. It's just fun to watch. And the weather's looking good. They've had a really wet, cold, nasty spring, but it does look like the pattern may change just right about now, so maybe we lucked out. We better get some nice weather because we brought paddle boards that we haven't even tried yet. And you can imagine how much fun paddle boards would be on that lake on a nice day. Really excited to try that out, so the weather has to cooperate. But yeah, it's a beautiful day for our last drive. Feeling good. Lots of swans. Everybody's happy. There's nothing quite like the magical energy of early summer in Alaska. Bump and road damage, you think? Here we go. Everybody hang on. Please. We just had a little casualty. The can of bug dope came flying out of the basket up there and landed on Pookie's water dish and shattered it. But fortunately we do have another one of those dishes with us. But yeah, it's really bumpy, in case you hadn't noticed. up all that glass. So since we're stopped at a beautiful vista, take a shot of it. So pretty.
So you see these poles sticking up. I had no idea what they were the first time, a couple times we came through, and then I realized that they're markers for the snow plows in the winter. And they're that tall because the snow probably gets that deep. But it's so that when the snow plows are doing their thing, they know where the edge of the shoulder is. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. And it also just gives you a sense of how deep the snow must get up here. We're almost to the summit. First I thought there were some kind of weird street lights, and I'm thinking, oh no, there's no lights on these things. But you can just picture what it's like when it's the dead of winter up here and the snow is, 18 or 20 feet deep. And the snow plows have no way to know, other than those markers, where the heck the road is and where it ends. Life in a northern town.
Yeah, since we're at the summit here, Eureka Summit, this is the highest point on the Glen Highway. I got to take my obligatory shot of the mountains and the glacier. Yeah, lots of people up here today. Look at those mountains. We are way up. And you can see what the terrain is past this point. Like I said, it's tundra country up there. Oh, this is a nifty little thing. Ooh. Tour bus just pulled in here and it's called Skookum. What?
through Wasilla now, and the traffic is crazy. It's thinning out now, but coming through the main part of town was just really very trafficy. This town has grown so much. Hallelujah, glory be. We have reached the junction. We're making a quick stop at Cubby's to pick up a pizza for dinner. And then it's on to Talkeetna. Talkeetna proper. Oh, Cubby's, how I've missed you not.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship.
But you know, they didn't have good options for uncooked pizza at Fred Meyer's. And they usually have pretty good ones here at Cubby's, so we chose this fate of stopping at Cubby's. Here we go, the last 14 miles of an almost 2,800 mile trek. We did it! We did it again! And we're just about to come down Ski Hill into Talkeetna, and it looks like the mountain is out. We're gonna get a nice little welcoming view of Denali. Wow, look at that. She's really out today. Oh man. So beautiful. Coming down the hill, coming down the hill. All right, we did it again. Well done, Skookum. Hello, Talkeetna. We're back. Pulling into the driveway. There's Sir Jane. She's filming, I'm filming. We're here, Pookie.